Hello student, I am Poonam Sabu, teacher of mathematics, and today I will be teaching you topic. But before coming to the topic, let me ask you some questions. First question is, what are natural numbers, right? Second question is, what are whole numbers? You have already gone through this topic in your lower standards like standard 4th, 5th, right? But still we need to recall. Let's recall those topics. Natural numbers, the numbers which start from 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity, right? Whole numbers means the numbers which starts from 0, and we can say that the whole numbers comprise of the natural numbers. That means natural numbers are already coming in the whole numbers and up to the infinity, right? Now let's see some stage over here. A boy is standing at the 0th position. Now he wants to take one step ahead. So where he will be reaching? He will be reaching at the first position. Now again he is taking one step ahead, so he will be reaching at the second position. Now again he is taking one more step, that means he is reaching at the third position. Again he is taking one more step ahead, so he will be reaching at fourth position, and one more step ahead, so he will be reaching at the fifth position. Now after coming to the fifth position, the boy is thinking to take a step back. So he is coming one step down. From fifth he will be coming to fourth. From fourth he is coming to third. From third he is coming to second. From second he is coming to 1, and from 1 he is coming to 0. Now the boy thinks that if I take one more step back from the 0, then where I will be going, right? Going. So now today we will be learning a new world of numbers that are called integers, right? That are called the integers. We are knowing only up to this one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. Now if the boy is coming one step back, so one step back means 1, right? But now this one and this one, if I don't keep the negative sign over here, then they both look like the same, and it becomes very confusing for the child that which one to be followed, the one which is above or the one which is below. So in order to create the difference, we have put the negative sign over here. Now if he takes one more step back, so he will be reaching to second step, but with the minus sign, then -3, then -4, then -5 and so on. So I can say that the numbers which are lying above 0, they all are the positive numbers. The numbers which are lying below the 0, they all are negative numbers. So the negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers, together they comprise of the integers. One more thing needs to be taken care, that integers are always the whole number. They never consist of the fractions and the decimals. They are always a complete number, the whole number. They are never been coming in the fractions like 2 upon 5, 3 upon 4. They never come in the decimals like 0.3, 0.5, 0.9, 2.5, right? So integers always comprise of the negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers, and it should be a complete whole number. Thank you. Okay, now let's understand the rules of integers regarding addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The rule of addition is that if the two integers are having the same sign, right? If the two integers are having the same sign, then what you are supposed to do, that add and keep the sign. Okay, let's understand this with an example. -3 and -4, right? They both are having the same sign. Same sign means negative sign is there with both the integers. So now both the integers needs to be added. So 3 and 4, 7. Now keep the same sign, that is minus with the answer, right? Now Another example is 3 and 7. Both are positive integers. Both are positive integers. So 3 and 7, the total comes as 10. Now if the numbers are having the different sign, if the numbers are having the different sign means one is having the positive sign, another is having the negative sign, then what needs to be done? Subtract and keep the sign of the largest number. Your step number 1 is to subtract and your step number 2 is to keep the sign of the largest number. Let's understand with the example. Minus 5 and 9 is there. So 5 is having the negative sign and 9 is having the positive sign. That means both the integers are having the different sign. So your step number 1, subtract. So 9 minus 5 is 4 and keep the sign of the largest number. So out of these two numbers, 9 is the greater one. So we will keep the sign of a 9 as a positive with this answer. Always remember, keep the sign as per the absolute value, right? Minus 13 and 8. Now 13 is negative and 8 is positive. So step number 1, 13 minus 8, which is 5, right? Step number 1 is been done. That means we have subtracted 13 and 8, we got 5. Now keep the sign of the largest number. So 13 and 8, out of these two numbers, 13 is the greater one. Only consider the absolute value. So 13 and 8, 13 is the greater one. So we will keep the sign of 13 as a negative with this answer. Now moving to the next rule, that is the rule of subtraction. What the rule of subtraction says that change the sign of the second integer if it is in a bracket. If the integer is in a bracket, then please change the sign of the second integer. So minus 3 minus plus 4. Now how to solve this? We will keep the first integer as it is. We will not going to disturb it. So minus 3 will keep it as it is. Now minus plus. Now see the second integer is having which sign? Plus sign, and outside which sign is there? Negative. So whenever the negative sign is there outside the bracket, you need to change the sign of the second integer, right? If it is positive, make it as negative, and if it is a negative, make a positive. So plus will be converted to minus. Now follow the rules of addition. 3 and 4, same 3 and 4, both are having the same sign. So same sign means add and keep the sign. So 3 and 4 becomes 7 and will keep the same sign, that means minus sign with this answer. Next question is minus 5 minus 9. So we will not disturb the first integer, we will keep as it is. So minus 5 will be taking as it is. Now we will change the sign of the second integer, that means 9, because outside which sign is there? Negative sign is there. So minus will become plus. Now both are having the different sign. So different sign means first subtract them and keep the sign of the largest number. So 9 minus 5 becomes 4, right? And out of this two number, which one is the greater one? 9. So we will keep the sign of a 9 with this answer, that is plus. We never show here plus sign, right? It is considered as a positive integer only. Now we discussed addition and subtraction rule. Now moving to the multiplication and the division rules. Multiply or divide, both consist the same rule, right? Multiplication and division consist the same rule, that is, if both the integers are having the same sign, then the answer will be positive. If both the integers are having the same sign, then the answer will be positive. Let's understand with an example. Minus 3 and minus 4, both are having the same sign. Now if both are having the same sign, then what we are supposed to do? We need to multiply the first. 3 and 4 becomes 12 and minus will become plus. So the answer will be positive one. If see the second case, 3 and 4 both are positive numbers, right? So same sign. So 3 and 4 multiplication answer will be 12, and again both are having the positive sign, so the answer will be positive. Now let's see the different sign questions. Now different, if the numbers integers are having the different sign, then the answer will be a negative. See the example, minus 3 and 4. Now 3 is negative and 4 is a positive number. So 3 4s are 12. And minus plus will become minus, because one is negative, another is positive. So if the different sign is there, then the answer will always be a negative. So 3 and 4, 12, and minus plus minus. See the another example, 4 and 3. 4 is positive, 3 is negative. So first multiply them. So 4 and 3 will become 12, and plus and minus will become minus. Okay, let's understand now how to work with 3 or more integers, right? First question, minus 1, minus 5 and 2. Now first and second integer is a negative integer, and the last one is a positive number. So let's see how to work with this kind of integer. First we need to add the same kind of integers, right? If they are positive, so you can club the positive. If they are negative, so you can club the positive one. If it is a negative, so you can club the negative one. So minus 1 and minus 5. So minus 1 and minus 5, minus 6. Remember the rule of addition of integers, same sign. So add the numbers and keep the same sign. Plus 2. Now these both are having the different sign. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and we'll give the sign of a positive, so we'll give the sign of a greater number. So we'll give the sign of 6 to this answer, so minus. Next example, minus 2 plus 6 plus 9. These two are having the same sign. So first I am going to add them. So 6 and 9 becomes 15. Now I will going to deal with the minus 2. 15 and 2. Both are having the different sign. So first I am going to subtract them. So 15 minus 2 is 13, and will give the sign of 15 to this answer, that means positive. Third example, minus 7 minus minus 8 minus minus 7. First we need to work on these two integers, right? Remember the rule of subtraction of integers. First we need to change the sign of this integer. So first integer will remain as it is, there will be no change in the first integer. Minus minus will become plus, minus minus will become plus. Now these two are having the same sign, that means the positive one. So we'll first add them. So 8 and 7 becomes 15. Now we are going to deal with the minus 7. Now these two both are having the different sign. So different sign means first we need to subtract them. So 15 minus 7 is 8, and out of this two number, which one is a bigger one? 15. So we will give the sign of 15 to this answer. So we will give the sign of positive to this 8. Now next one, minus 4 minus minus 6 minus 5. So first integer will remain as it is. Let's see the second integer. Outside there is a negative sign. So first we need to change the sign of the 6. So minus minus will become plus, and minus 5. Now minus 4 and minus 5, they both are having the same sign. So I am going to club them. So minus 4 and minus 5. Remember the rule of addition of integers, same sign. So we will need to add them. So same sign hai. So minus 4 minus 5 will become minus 9 plus 6. Now 9 and 6 both are having the different sign. So first I am going to subtract them. So 9 minus 6 is 3. Now out of these two number, which one is a greater number? 9. So I am going to give the sign of 9 to this answer. So it will become minus. Another example, minus 4 minus 2 and minus minus 6. This is a different question where I am having plus as well as minus sign. If you would have seen all these questions, right, if it is plus, so here also it is plus, 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 minus, 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 minus. But this is a question where there is a combination of both the signs, right, plus as well as minus. So how to deal with this? So first integer will remain as it is. Second integer, plus minus, it's become minus because outside there is a plus sign, so the integer will not going to change its sign. It will remain as it is, so it's minus 2. Now here it is a negative sign, so we need to change the sign of a 6 from negative to positive. So minus minus will become plus. So now minus 4 and minus 2, these two are having the same sign, so I am going to club them inside a square bracket. And 6 I am going to deal later on. Minus 4 and minus 2 both are having the same sign. So same sign means first I need to add them. So 4 and 2 will become 6, and I am going to give the same sign to this 6, and I am going to deal now with the plus 6. So minus 6 and 6 both are having the different sign. So different sign means first I need to subtract them. So 6 minus 6 is 0. As you already knowing that 0 is a neutral number. 0 doesn't contains any sign, it doesn't contains positive as well as a negative one. Now we are going to see some questions on multiplication. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 7. Before starting with this solving of the question, need to make you understand about the rule, that is, if the negative sign is coming odd number of time, if the negative sign is coming odd number of time, then answer will always be a negative. Odd number of times means 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, like this. So if you see this question, negative sign is coming 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. So if negative sign is coming odd number of times, then the answer will always be a negative. So first I need to multiply, 3 2s are 6 and 6 7s are 42. Now how many times negative sign is there? So negative sign is coming for 3 times. So I am going to give the answer as a negative sign only. But see this last question, that is minus 4 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 1. So there are total 4 integers and all the 4 integers are having the same sign, that is negative. Now here if you can see, the negative sign is coming even number of times, yani 4 times, right? So 4 times of the negative sign is coming, so answer will always be a positive one. So first I am going to multiply them, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 1s are 24. Now negative sign is coming even number of times, 4 times, so the answer will be a positive number. Okay, now let's see some different examples of division, right? Whenever we are working with the 3 integers with having the division signs in between. So minus 3 divided by minus 3 divided by minus 1. Here I have kept the square bracket. So first we need to give the importance to this particular portion. First we need to solve them. So minus 3 and minus 3. First we need to divide them. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now the question is that which sign to be kept. Now both the integers are having the same sign. So the rule of multiplication and division of integer is that if both the integers are having the same sign, then the answer will always be a positive one. So 3 divided by 3 and the sign will be plus. Now we need to divide this with the minus 1. So 1 divided by minus 1. Here the 1 is positive, here the 1 is negative. So 1 divided by 1 is always 1. Now 1 is positive, another is negative. So the answer will always be a negative, negative integer. So the answer is minus 1. Next one, minus 18 divided by 6 divided by minus 3. Minus 18 divided by 6 divided by minus 3. First we need to solve this particular square bracket. So minus 18 divided by 6. So minus 18 divided by 6. So answer is 3. Now this is negative and this is positive. So if one is negative, another is positive. So we always give the answer as a negative sign. So minus 3 divided by minus 3. Now again 3 divided by 3, it's 1. Now both the integers are having the negative sign. So we need to give the answer as a positive one, because if both the signs are negatives, it will be cancelled and the answer will always be a positive one. Okay, now let's understand the properties of addition or subtraction of the integers. There are total 4 properties listed down. We will be understanding each and every property, right, with the structure as well as with the examples, right. Closure property. Now closure property is what? That is, closure property means whenever you add any 2 integers or whenever you subtract any 2 integers, the result should also be an integer only. If you add any 2 integers or you subtract any 2 integers, the result should be an integer. If it is an integer, then we can say that addition and subtraction are closed under the closure property. And so I have written the structure as A plus B. This sign is known as belong sign. Z means integers, right. Now A plus B should belongs to integer. I have taken 2 integers, one is a positive, another one is negative, another is a positive. So minus 5 and 3. So the result is minus 2. Is minus 2 an integer? Yes, minus 2 is an integer. So we can say that the integers are closed under the closure property. Now let's see on the subtraction side, A minus B should belongs to Z. Here also I am taking 2 integers. The first integer is minus 5, second integer as 2. Now minus 5 and this 2 both are having the same sign. So same sign means add the integers. So I will get 7 and I will keep the same sign. Now minus 7, is minus 7 in integer? Yes, so we can say that subtraction is also closed under the closure property, right? You take any examples in both the cases, you will get always an integer only. Now see the second property, that is commutative property. Commutative property says that you take any two integers, right? If you add them in any order means for example 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1, the result is always 3, right? So if you add the integers in any order, the result should be same. So first integer is 2 and the second integer is minus 5. Now 2 and minus 5, the result is minus 3. I am going to change their position. I am keeping minus 5 as the first position and 2 as the second position. So I am getting the answer as minus 3. Now let us see whether it is working on the subtraction side or not. X minus y, I have written here not equal to y minus x, right? I have taken first integer as 2 and second integer as minus 5. Now 2 minus and minus 5, 2, so minus minus will become plus, so 2 plus 5 is 7 and I am going to change their position. Minus 5 will be coming at the first position and 2 will be going at the second position. So minus 5 and minus 2. So minus 5 and minus 2, answer will be 7, but here the 7 will be with the negative sign. Now 7 and minus 7 are never equal. So we can say that integers are following addition of integers follow the commutative property, but the subtraction of integers does not follow the commutative property. Moving to the associative property. There is only one difference between commutative property and the associative property is that commutative property contains only two integers, that means two values. Associative property contains three values, or you can say three integers. You can take any integers of your choice. So the structure is x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z. Here also you can add the integers in any order. Any order means आप x को y के साथ करो, x को z के साथ करो, y को z के साथ करो. Whatever the combinations you will do, the result should be same. Let's see some example. My x value is 2, y value is 3, z value is 5. So 3 and 5 is 8. So 2 plus 8 becomes 10. I am going to just only change the positions of the additions. Now I am going to add x and y, then I will add it answer with the z. So x and y that means 2 and 3 becomes 5. So 5 plus 5 becomes 10. So if you add integers in any order, right, the answer will be same. Let's see whether it is working under subtraction or not. X minus y minus z is not equal to x minus y minus z. Now the value of x is 2, the value of y is 3 and the value of z is 5, right. So 2 minus 3 minus 1, then along with that minus 5, so minus 1 minus 5 becomes minus 6. X value is 2, y value is 3, z value is 5. Now 3 minus 5 is minus 2 and minus minus becomes plus, so 2 plus 2 become 4. Now if you can see, here it is minus 6 and here it is 4. The answers are not coming same. So we can say that subtraction is not following the associative property, but addition is always following the associative property. Identity property says that you add any integer with 0 or you subtract any integer with 0, you always get the same integer, right. Example, 5 and 0 we get 5, minus 5 and 0 we get minus 5. Subtraction, x minus 0 is equal to x. So 5 minus 0 is 5 and minus 5 minus 0 is always minus 5. So we can say that additive identity element is 0 for the addition as well as the subtraction. This 0 is called the additive identity element.